Anyways, first topic. It's better to be right. Excuse me. It's better being right than being first. So often we just want to be the first person to have an opinion on something. We want to be the first person who says something. We want to get out there and get ahead of facts, honestly. And I look at the Jussie Smollet. I look at the Meg and Tory cases, right? And everybody had strong opinions when they first happened. And if I remember correctly, my approach was, let's just wait on it. And then, more and more information comes out, and we figure out that, yeah, maybe we fell on the wrong side of the hill. And hey, if that's the hill you want to take and that's the hill you want to die on, man, you go for it. And unfortunately, in both situations, Jussie, a situation that has already been played out in court, is that you can't always believe victims. Yeah, you can't always believe victims. Just because somebody claims to be a victim does not mean that they're actually a victim, and it does not mean that their intentions are pure. Now, I'm not going to come here and try to set back Me Too. I'm not going to try to sit back whistleblowing 15, 20 years by saying all victims are lying. No, all victims aren't lying, but all alleged victims aren't true victims, see? You have to believe in the victim, not the alleged victim. But how do you know that someone's a victim, if someone's a victim or an alleged victim? You don't. You don't until you do. But when you don't know, you shouldn't have strong opinions until you do. Now, our society, especially on the male side of the house, right, has defended men, especially white men, to a place that we almost want to overbelieve victims who are not of that demographic just because these people have gone through so much stuff, excuse me. And in many cases, we should. But if you weren't there, you should be very slow to have a strong opinion on something, because guess what might happen? You might get juiced. You know what I'm saying? No, OJ, you might get juiced, Smollet style, because you fallen on the, oh my God, these people are racist. They put a noose around his neck that he wore into the precinct, if I remember correctly. They're homophobic, anti-LGBTQ plus community. And lo and behold, nah, man, he's just using the backs of marginalized people to build his brand and grow some clout, right? Isn't that crazy? That somebody, and that type of human being is much worse to me than the Darren oppressor. If you are, quote unquote, trying to exploit oppression and exploit coming from a marginalized community in order to grow your own personal self, you are a sick, disgusting human being. And if there's anyone to cancel, you cancel those types of human beings, because it's like you do anything for clout, right? Ain't that what Offset said? Play clout by Offset. I'm not even gonna sneak it in here on y'all, but it's just think about that. Like, somebody would really go to these links for what? What's the instinct, man? I don't like the way the light is hitting. I need a little bit more light on it. Oh, we don't need it. No, come on. Yeah, like come on. I'm trying to find the right words without just using discussing words, but
they do anything for clout.
Offset know the right words. He knows the words. And I take that. And let me transition into the Meg Thee Stallion piece, right? Meg Thee Stallion versus Tory Lanez. You know what? That is finally playing out in court. And when that first happened, when I said, I don't believe anybody. When y'all said, believe black women. Why? Because they're black women? Or do we have to believe like a credible source? Or do we have to believe a story that seems to make sense? Or can we say, hey, I don't know what to believe, so I'm going to shut up until there's more information that comes out? Guess what? More information is coming out. And lo and behold, what we may have believed, again, it hasn't totally played out, but what some of us started off believing doesn't seem like the truth as it happened. And that's okay. It's okay to be wrong, but here's what I need you to do. I need you to be just as loud wrong as you are when you're right. I need you to be just as loud when you're wrong as you are when you think you're right, okay? So when you figure out that you're wrong, and you've been burying the media, or you've been burying black men, or you've been burying white people, or you've been burying Tory Lanez, you've been burying whoever attacked Jussie Smollet, I need you to be just as loud when you get the truth, right? Because if you're not, here's what you've done. You set victims back, true victims back 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Because when you've become a victim of an alleged victim, right? A false allegation, it jades you. It changes the way you think. It makes you go, it sounds good, but I'm going to hold off on judgment because I don't know. And I absolutely hate having to come in here and position myself as a anti-black woman, black man, because I'm not. But when y'all told me to believe black women just because they're black women, or believe all women, or not believing all of anything, I'm not believing black. Man, come here, look, bro. I've been lied to by people who look any type of way. Why would you think that I would accept information that I don't know to be true, and I can't validate it? I can't verify it, and it doesn't make sense to me. So let's look at the Meg and Tory thing, right? He allegedly shot her in a very, 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 very rich neighborhood where there are cameras everywhere. No videos came out. She was kicked out of the party for being a little too drunk, acting out a little bit. And I say that to say that I don't know if y'all have ever gotten too drunk before, but I've definitely done it. And if you wanted me to retell a story from the night before when I got a little bit too drunk, especially if I got asked to leave a venue, how credible am I? What do I actually remember? What do I actually know? Not much, but we're going to take this human being's word at face value without properly contextualizing it. You look at, okay, he got arrested for felony possession of a firearm, not attempted murder, and he was allowed to leave for about $35,000 bail. No video came out. We didn't check him or his body for gun residue, or did we check it and not find? You know what I mean? There's just so many different things that came from this story that just made me skeptical. Now, I want to believe all alleged victims, but I can only truly believe the victims now, the true victims. And the other side of this, our justice system has failed so many true victims so many times that you want to go, well, you can't just rely on the justice system. No, you can't. But you can't also rely on liars. Now, Jussie has been proven to be a liar in court. Megan Thee Stallion, I'm not calling her a liar, but I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical because hell, maybe she misremembered it. I don't know. But I'm just gonna wait and be patient. That's what I'm gonna tell y'all to do. To wait and be patient. But the problem is that y'all are fans. You're fans. And when you are a fan, fan is short for fanatic, right? And I think we need to get away from calling fans fans, and we need to call them what they are. We need to call them fanatics. Because a fan is what you grab in church when you hot, right? The fan is what you turn on when you're hot. The fan is that thing you talk into, you be like, ah, you know what I'm saying? When you're a little kid. But a fanatic is a crazy human being who will believe anything from somebody just because they like that person. They don't care about the facts. They don't care about the context. They ride for somebody who they don't even know. Somebody who wouldn't even be there without them, because guess what? You pay their bills. And a lot of fans, I think they forget that part of it. Like, oh, this person who I'm bigging up, they ain't nothing without me. You don't freaking say, right? And it's so wild that you see these fans act this way because they defend their celebrities, they defend their teams, and they will just go to the ends of the earth, man. Like, I've started listening to the Paul Feinbaum show. I freaking love Paul Feinbaum, let me tell you. And on the Paul Feinbaum show, he takes calls. And when you hear these fans come on here like, fire Dan Mullen. I mean, you know, Clemson's having a down year. We might need to get rid of old Dabo. What? The fans are so damn crazy that they don't properly, they just can't properly frame things, man. And I hate it. I absolutely hate it for them because they deserve better. You deserve to have a more clear mind. You deserve to be a bit more objective on the things that you speak on. You deserve to not sound stupid defending somebody who could care less about you, as long as you're spending money on them to sponsor their lifestyle. Yeah, that's what happens. So for those of you who have strong opinions on Jussie because you're a fan, like, oh, Black Lives Matters girl said, we don't believe the court proceedings. Man, shut up. We don't believe you. You need more people. Or you have people who are strongly defending Meg or strongly defending Tory, but they weren't there. Hey, man, hey, both sides, y'all shut up. Y'all don't know anything. And a lot of times, you know, I try to craft these shows in a way to leave you with something, to take a side. But it's so hard to take a side because what ends up happening is everybody takes one side or the other, and they lose nuance, right? They lose the sense of reality of what's actually going on.